सम्मूयन्तु हरद्विषा गिरश्रुतयः पुष्पिण्या मधुगन्धेन भूरिना मथना च उन्मथित आत्मना सम्मूयन्तु हरिद्वषा गिरश्रुतयः पुष्पिण्य मधुगन्धेन भूरिना मथना च उन्मथित आत्मना सम्मूयन्तु हरद्विषा. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. May those who are envious of Lord Shiva, being attracted by the flowery language of the enchanting Vedic promises, and who have thus become dull, always remain attached to fruitive activities. Translation again. May those who are envious of Lord Shiva, being attached to the flowery language of the enchanting Vedic promises, and who have thus become dull, always remain attached to fruitive activities. Purport. The Vedic promises of elevation to higher planets for a better standard of materialistic life are compared to flowery language because in a flower there is certainly an aroma, but that aroma does not last for a very long time. In a flower there is honey, but that honey is not eternal. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitan Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manabhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swamrupa Kadamhayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sijita Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Lagunatavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padha Sagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikakanta Radhakanto Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Once again, Gira Sutiha Puspinya Madhu Gandhena Bhurina Matana Matana Cha Unmatita Atmana Sammuyanta Haradusha. May those who are envious of Lord Shiva, being attracted by the flowery language of the enchanting Vedic promises, and who have thus become dull, always remain attached to fruitive activities. So here we see curses and counter curses, which happens in the assembly of Daksha Prajapati after Daksha cursed Lord Shiva. That he should not have a share in the sacrificial oblations. Right. Now, In that curse also, there's a blessings, right? Um, it is what is the blessing that it is not befitting for Lord Shiva to share the fruits of sacrifice along with other demigods. Lord Shiva is at such an exalted position. Why he has to share it with other demigods, right? The self-oblations. But Daksha Prajapati cursed and he left the assembly, though he was advised by the Brahmanas not to leave the assembly. He left the assembly. And what happened? The followers of Lord Shiva immediately became angry, and especially Nandishwar, and he counter cursed Daksha and his followers. Right? He inflicted three curses. Uh, yeah. Be bereft of knowledge, that oh, you pretentious religious householder life, uh, uh, have a goat head, right, and lose discrimination, right, have a goat head and lose discrimination. So, and then we see in this particular verse that um, one of the curse of Nandeshwar, that you continue in this samsara cycle, this Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, birth, death, old age, disease cycle. No, um, one who is attached to the flowery language of the Vedas, right? You you are attracted by the flowery language of the Vedas, so you don't understand the exalted position of the Vaishnavas, right? That's what happens when a person becomes attracted to the flowery language of the Vedas. Why the language of the Vedas is considered flowery? It's considered that 95% of the Vedas deal with karma kanda, right? How to improve our materialistic life, right? How to improve our materialistic life, right? So that's what Vedas generally deal with, right? Unless you advance from that and come to the Puranas or to understand who is the creator of the Vedas, because the Vedas ultimately is to bring those who are attached in this uh, materialistic conception of life to pure devotional service, right? But because it has so many different forms of Vedas for each and every kinds of people out there, people become too attached to the flowery language of the Vedas itself. And Srila Prabhupada mentions why it is considered the flowery language of the Vedas. Because just as flower contains honey, and that aroma of that flower is only for short duration, right? As soon as the honey wears off, what happens? The aroma of that flower is lost. The aroma of that flower is lost, right? And then the flower is discarded. Similarly, the Vedas, which improves our materialistic life, for certain duration, we will enjoy that, right? And ultimately, we lose that enjoyment. Ultimately, we lose that enjoyment if we are not focused into really understanding the purpose of Vedas. Vedascha sarvai aham eva vedayo, right? That through the Vedas, the Supreme Lord has to be known. But we get so engrossed in the materialistic conception of life that we forget the Lord. And just temporarily, whatever improves our materialistic life, we adapt to that, right? We adapt to that. That's why ultimately to really understand the Supreme Lord and glorify the Supreme Lord properly and come out of the samsara cycle and be situated in pure devotional service. One is recommended to take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, right? Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Every day worship Srimad Bhagavatam by nicely reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Not that we just put Srimad Bhagavatam on the shelf, which is also good because they are not different than the Supreme Lord. Uh, but it should not remain as it is on the shelf. We should do Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. We should serve Srimad Bhagavatam daily by reading it. By reading it. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. By constantly conversing topics of Srimad Bhagavatam with Parasparam, with devotees, right? With devotees. And that's where Nandishwar curses the Brahmanas assembled there, who uh, just forgot the exalted position of Lord Shiva. Right? They forgot the exalted position of Lord Shiva. They become envious of Lord Shiva. Right? Sometimes, uh, you know, when a person is glorified, and we find that oh, this person is glorified, but I am not glorified because of our false ego, right? uh, where we are always situated in I and mine, right? In our false ego condition, we identify only with our body, and we identify that oh, when we are glorified, right? If someone else is glorified, immediately we want to find faults. So when Lord Shiva is glorified, or here in this situation, why everybody stood up and Lord Shiva did not stand up in respect, right? We immediately find fault. We don't understand the exalted position of Lord Shiva. And what is the use of performing all these ritualistic sacrifices when you don't understand the position of Vaishnavas, right? We perform sanskaras. But now, say suppose we are having a big sanskar, like yesterday we had this nice sanskar, and we are doing this uh, purificatory process, and a Vaishnava comes and we disregard the Vaishnava himself. So what is the use of that sanskar? The purificatory process is meant to elevate us. And by disregarding the Vaishnava, we are minimizing the real purpose of a purificatory process, right? Sanskaras are meant the for purificatory process from womb to tomb, all the way before the child is conceived as Garbhadan Sanskar to the end, uh, funeral ceremony. There are various sanskars, purificatory processes. And doing the uh, different yagyas are performed. Like here also there's a big yagya performed. Uh, uh, but what is the purpose of performing that yagya if we don't understand the proper etiquette, Vaishnava etiquette, how to serve the Vaishnavas, right? So serving Vaishnavas is the prime essential thing, right? If we serve Vaishnavas nicely, just like we see, Narad Muni, right? Narad Muni is mentioned that now in his previous life, um, he would serve all these Vaishnavas who would come there, right? And he would serve them prasadam, right? His mother would have cooked prasadam and he would serve them prasadam and then he would take by asking the permission, he will take the remnants of that prasadam served. And just by doing that devotional service to the Vaishnavas, he got pure love of Godhead. Right? He got pure love of Godhead. So, serving the Vaishnavas, especially in our Gaudiya Vaishnava mission, especially in the Vaishnava organization like ours, is International Society for Krishna Consciousness, is of prime essence. We start our morning by Mangala Arati. What we do? First place we chant is Guru Vastakam, right? Guru Vastakam. 8 verses glorifying the spiritual master, right? 8 verses glorifying the spiritual master. Not that we directly jump now, oh, Mangala Arati, oh, the Supreme Lord, oh, Radha Krishna, oh, this, that. No. First, serve the spiritual master. Sansara navalida loka pranaya karunya gana ganatma. It is by the mercy of the spiritual master, by taking shelter of the lotus feet of the spiritual master, we will be able to come out of this sansara dava, the blazing fire of material existence. The blazing fire of material existence. Right? That's why it's mentioned that yeah, we serve the spiritual master first. Right? Then we go. By taking permission of the spiritual master, we come to serve Gaurnitai. By taking permission of Gaurnitai, we come to serve Radha Krishna, Vachiran Bala Subhadra. Not without the mercy of the spiritual master, not without serving the spiritual master. So serving the spiritual master is given a prime importance, but even by Srila Prabhupada in a movement. You start your, your day by Mangalarati, by glorifying the spiritual master, right? So how by his mercy uh, all these things has been possible. Then we saw Srila Prabhupada, the Shiksha Guru, the Guru Puja, right? Uh, so in our temples, we serve Srila Prabhupada as a Shiksha Guru in form of Guru Puja. But at our homes, we can also chant, serve our spiritual master, right? By whose mercy we have gotten the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, right? And by their mercy, we have somehow or other been fortunate enough to know about Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, not apart from those who came from east part of India, not many knew about Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Now, if you ask Ramzan from Gujarat, we didn't hear much about Gauranga Mahaprabhu, right? Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, which has appeared 500 years back. And we did not hear about Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So unfortunate situation, right? So, That's why no, it's very much necessary to serve Vaishnavas so that our consciousness becomes pure. Our anarthas are removed, right? Our anarthas, which makes us falsely identify with the body, be situated in the false ego, be covered by the false ego, um, falsely identify with the body, right? Makes us blinded by our material vision, right? Makes us blinded by the material vision and be situated in just, you know, um, our sense enjoyment, the materialistic conception of life, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see if there are any discussions or reflections in this. We have 5 to 6 minutes left. If anybody has any questions or discussions on this subject matter.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much for wonderful class. Prabhuji, today is Madhavendra Puri's appearance day, right?
Yeah,
So we can discuss about.
Madhavendra Puri. Yes, it's a special day, especially there'll be a big festival today in Santipur, right? Santipur is a place of Advaita Acharya, right? Where this Dwadasi in Santipur, um, there's a big festival, ultimately in honor of Madhavendra Puri, right? Madhavendra Puri is a spiritual master of Advaita Acharya. And he is the person who, in our movement, uh, Gaudiya Vaishnava movement, uh, sowed the seed of Radha Krishna worship, right? Sowed the seed of Radha Krishna worship. And we see his exalted life, right? The various pastimes we hear about Madhavendra Puri. Right? He's also the spiritual master of Ishwara Puri, who is in turn the spiritual master of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gauranga Mahaprabhu took initiation from Ishwara Puri, the Supreme Lord himself, who set an example, right? Just like Lord Krishna also took shelter from Sandipani Muni, right? Accepted a guru. Similarly, we see Gauranga Mahaprabhu accepted Ishwara Puri as the spiritual master. And Ishwar Puri is a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. Few pastimes of Madhavendra Puri, one of the famous pastime Madhavendra Puri, right at the footstep of Govardhan. Um, Madhavendra Puri was meditating underneath a tree, where suddenly a cowherd boy came and said, "Oh, the villagers has brought this milk for you. They have found that you're just performing your sadhana here and you are not eaten for many days, so they have brought this milk for you." And Madhavendra Puri was struck by the wonder or beauty of that boy who so nicely brought the milk. Uh, but then he honored that milk, and in the night, in his dream, that boy again came, right? That he was none different than the Supreme Lord. And he inspired Madhavendra Puri that, oh, somehow by the Muslims have been uh, deity form has been buried here, so you can excavate that place and install my worship. And that's what Madhavendra Puri did the next day, right? And uh, the wonderful deity form of Gopalji, whom Pushti Mark worship as Srinathji, that appeared excavated in the ground at Govindakund, at Govindakund, uh, which is the footstep of Govardhan, right? And he immediately then installed these deities, Govinda deities, no, Gopal deities, Srinathji deities, on the top of Govardhan Hill, where he made a nice temple and trusted the devotees of Pushtimark to nicely serve these deities, right? So we have the temple right on the Anior mark. We are not supposed to climb up on Govardhan Hill by the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's where the temple is. And that same deity later on appeared in Nathdwara and is worshipped there. So we see that in Nathdwara, the Shayanati does not happen. All the other artis happen. The Shayanati of that same deity takes place in Govardhan by the Brahmanas who, for the worship of the deity, Gopalji deity, are allowed to go on Govardhan. Right. And later on, we see the pastime of during summer months, the deity is feeling very hot, and Madhavendra Puri goes all the way from Vrindavan to Orissa to get this sandalwood from the Malaya mountains. So he goes there to get sandalwood, uh, and he comes to Remuna, where Sirachor Gopinath said, "Oh, no, this entire pastime of Sirachor Gopinath, where again he is underneath a tree in Remuna and it's not eaten for some days. So Gopinath deity is stealing this key offered to him behind the deity's dress. And later, when the deities were put to rest, the deities appear. The pujaris dream that, oh, I have this kheer which I have kept for Mahadevendra Puri. So please go and find that the saint who is there in Remuna and give him this kheer. Right. That's how the deities from that day start being called as Sirachor Gopinath. Right. Sirachor Gopinath, which is basically kheer, one form of a kheer. Right. And the pujari goes out searching, oh, where is Madhavendra Puri? Where is Madhavendra Puri? Gopinath has kept a key for you. And Madhavendra Puri honors that key. And later on, after honoring that key, in Madhavendra Puri's dream, the Lordship appeared that you are carrying this big load of sandalwood all the way from here to Gopal GDT in Vrindavan. Why don't you apply that on me and Gopal GDT will feel cool. No, I'm the same Supreme Lord. So that's the pastime of Madhavendra Puri. Okay, we are already at 7:02. I don't want to extend it longer. Um, I would like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. A very, very auspicious week where Udilo Aruna Purava Bhage Dujamani. Yeah, in this sky, soon we will have Mahaprabhu appear um, Thursday, March 13th. Um, he appeared on a lunar eclipse day, and this year also there's a lunar eclipse later on at night. So lots of festivities this entire week. 13th is Gorponim, 12th is Adivash of before Gorponim day. So be absorbed in that the entire week in different festivities. We would like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Ugravidam Mahavishnu Jalan Shina Singha Jana Singha Jai Jana Singha Praladesa Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam Ugravidam Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarato Mukham Narsingam Vishnam Badram Mityam Namiham Nrsinga Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Assembled Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhayascha kripa sindhu bhaya vacha patitanam pavane bhaya Vaishnave bhaya namo namaha. वैष्णविंद की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे
Time is 7:15 to 11:10.
7:15 to 11:10 is the prana time. Yes, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Madhuri. Thank you. Hare. Hare.
Thank you, everyone.